evokes the greatness and brutality of ancient Rome better than the fallen giant known as the Colosseum. This was once the heartbeat of an empire, where huge crowds reveled in gladiatorial combat that reflected and reinforced a larger Roman drama of warfare and conquest, of life and death. In terms of size and scale, this 2,000-year-old stadium with its 4 levels and 80 entrances would be impressive if it were built today. With a capacity that some experts put between 50,000 to 80,000 people, the Colosseum is still one of the largest stadiums in the world, rivaling such arenas as Giant Stadium in New Jersey. It's a structural wonder that was built nearly 2 millennia ahead of its time. More than 160 feet high, 617 feet long, and 512 feet wide, the Colosseum was state-of-the-art until very recent times. It featured a retractable roof that blocked out the sun, and a maze of sophisticated underground staging devices, including elevators and trapdoors that made possible the production of antiquity's most spectacular gladiatorial games. The architects who designed the new amphitheater faced an enormous set of challenges. To hold so many people, the stadium had to be 4 levels high, with seating on the first 3 and standing room at the top. The outer facade would be classical, even by ancient standards, with repeating tiers of arches and decorated columns laid out according to traditional rules of design. 80 entrances, 76 of them numbered, would make it easy for huge crowds to get in and out of the amphitheater. Everything about the Colosseum's inner design was also organized with traffic flow in mind. A system of passageways corresponding to the entrances, multiple stairways, and a series of concentric walls creating lanes of traffic on all 4 levels would make it easy for people to get to their seats. One of the first and most daunting challenges the Colosseum's builders faced was quarrying and hauling the stone for the stadium's outer wall. A local form of limestone called travertine was cut into 8-by-3-foot blocks and carried 20 miles from a quarry in the neighboring town of Tivoli. Tivoli still exists, and so do its ancient quarries, which yielded the 100,000 cubic feet of travertine, weighing 7,500 tons, for the Colosseum's facade. In 80 AD, the Colosseum opened in spectacular style, with 100 days of gladiatorial games. 5,000 animals and an unknown number of men perished during a single day of the inaugural bloodfest. The people who poured into the Colosseum no doubt marveled at the magnificent structure as they raced to their seats. But what they really came to see were the main attractions of the games: the gladiators, animals, and executions in the arena. In 1349, an earthquake knocked down the southern facade, which originally extended to this line. The collapsed wall created a giant quarry of high-grade limestone that local builders immediately began to plunder. In addition to the stone, scavengers removed every bit of iron from the Colosseum, pulling out all the clamps that held the travertine in place and further destabilizing the structure. To this day, nothing holds the Colosseum stone together except gravity and good design. Through the centuries, the Colosseum has managed to survive just about everything from neglect to plunder to natural disasters to World War. But despite its aura of power and strength, the Colosseum is a fragile ruin. Less than half of the original structure still stands, and earthquakes continue to pose a devastating threat. Another quake could bring this symbol of eternal Rome crashing down.